So I want to thank God for this opportunity. I want to thank Pastor for this opportunity. Thanks to each one of you for patiently listening, and thanks to my family for all the support. Right? So let's open it up with. I invited a special guest. I don't know if the guest is here. I think anytime he may be here. So he's a very good friend of mine. I think he came and I think he's somewhere here. But that's all right. I'll quickly give you a quick introduction about him. When he comes, you can welcome him. He's a very nice guy. I can't even say he's like a friend. He is like super friend. Like awesome friend, right? Maybe you guys will also have good friends, but I'll tell you a couple of examples of how good this person is. So if you see, usually when you grow up with the same friend for a very long time, you're very thick friends with them, right? This is one such friend. During my college days, during my office days, people used to call me PD, Pradeep Dhanaraj, PD. And he is my best friend CJ. So PD and CJ, everybody likes. So we are like rocking team, right? So once I was sitting in the beach, Marina Beach, and some pretty light evening time, and he was with me. He's pretty much always with me. And some guys came and started asking money. I was like young blood, so I was like, oh, why should I give you money? Come on, no. Those guys started beating us. So immediately my friend, right, he just pushed me away. He said, run. Come on, PD, run. I'll take care of it. And then he faced it. So like one more instance, in my college, right, there was a particular situation in which I was told that I cannot continue my course. I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't do any mistakes. I started crying. I just came out of the college, sat in front of the college. Our college was in the middle of nowhere. Just sat in front of the college, and I was just crying. This guy, I don't know where he came from. Somehow he caught me. It's like he just put his hand around me and said, "Don't worry, PD. It's all right. We'll take care of it. Immediately, let's catch bus. We'll go pick up daddy and come, and we'll take care of it." So we brought our daddy, problem solved. I was back into the college. One more time in the nearby village, I had some fever, and there was the board had a plus sign, but he was not actually a doctor. So he put some injection and gave some tablets. My whole body full of boils, like this size boils, full boils. I don't know what to do. Full high temperature, body full of boils. I didn't know what to do. Friend came. This guy, he's always at the right time. I don't know, without him, I don't know how I survived things. He immediately took me throughout the night. He traveled with me, dropped me at my grandma's place, and then I got now I'm all right. You can see, right? So like this, every single situation, he is always with me, right? I want to honor him today, and that's why I invited him today. And give your hand to CJ, my friend. Christ Jesus. CJ is my friend, your friend, right? You guys daily pray to him, right? So he is anytime, every time I'm sad, I'm happy. Even when I first saw my wife, I told him, saying that's the girl I want, right? So that's the CJ I want to introduce to you today, right? Same CJ, you also are good friends, but this CJ is really awesome. Christ Jesus, he is awesome. His love, right? It's not like normal love. This is reckless love. There is a song, right? I really like this song. If you know the lyrics, it sounds something like this, right? I think I made a note of it. Overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Amen. It chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. How many ever you preach, one song these days give the whole meaning, right? You preach for 1 hour, one song catches the whole thing, right? This is the same Jesus. This is the reckless love of Jesus I want to talk to you about, right? So you will get to know more about CJ today, but that's the intent. Okay, so before we get into the story, right? Before we get into the details, a quick funny incident. Once a preacher and a taxi driver went to heaven. They both died and they went to heaven. So preacher was the first one to meet all the account section, and they basically said, okay, we'll give you a small apartment because that's how much you got. Like, that's how much you can get. When the taxi driver went, he got like big Ferrari, huge bungalow, everything in heaven. Preacher was like, I've been serving God for a very long time. How is that I'm not getting all these great things? I'm just getting one small apartment. This driver, he is getting everything. And they said, oh, whenever you start preaching, people start sleeping. Whenever this driver is driving, everybody is awake, full prayers. Right? Hope that doesn't happen today. Okay? Right. So with that start, let's get into reckless love, right? Yeah, so let's start with a few qualities that I saw, which basically explains a little bit. Luke 19, and so when you talk about Luke 19, if you have your Bibles, you can turn to Luke 19. The incident covers Zacchaeus, who is a very short guy. He is a tax collector. And those days, tax collectors were not greatly honored, right? Nobody liked them because they were collecting too much tax, and they were really cruel to people. Everybody hated them. But he was really short, and what happened? Jesus was visiting. And when Jesus visited, do you know what happened? There was a huge crowd, right? It's a huge crowd. Everywhere there was crowd. Because of which he was not able to see Jesus, right? So what did he do? He climbed a tree, and what happened? Jesus came straight to him and said, today I want to visit your home. So when you read Luke 19, that's what you will see. One of the main things is crowd. The first point that I want to talk to you is about crowd. You may be feeling, oh, I'm in this huge world. I'm just one guy somewhere in one corner. I was telling Anbu yesterday. I was born in one place. I studied LKG, UKG in one small, tiny village. And now I'm sitting with you, Anbu. This is what I told, right? So we are like so insignificant in this whole big world. Sometimes in a very big company, we may be an employee. We may be like, there are hundreds of employees, I'm just in one corner. Sometimes we may be thinking, I'm in a big family, like David, right? His dad even didn't think about introducing him. David, the youngest boy, he's somewhere around. That's how it was, right? Sometimes in a bigger family, they don't even care, right? You'll have to fight and get your own food. I've experienced that in hostel. By the time I slowly eat and go, the whole food will be gone, right? So, in this crowded world, Jesus doesn't care about crowd. This reckless love of God, right? It doesn't care about crowd. However, be the biggest crowd, big office, big people, whatever it is, doesn't matter. His reckless love will chase and find you, just like how he found Zacchaeus, right? That is the first thing I want to tell you. Don't feel insignificant. Don't feel, oh, I'm just sitting in one corner. How will God know me? Oh, who will reach me? No. Sometimes we feel the whole world is around us, but we are alone. We are so low. We are so depressed. I have faced it. My whole family will be there. Everybody will be eating and encouraging, but we will not have anybody to open up. If that's you, I'm telling you, This reckless love of God doesn't care about crowd. A crowd barrier, crowd cannot stop his love. That's exactly what I wanted to say. There are two more examples I wanted to give you. Two blind men, do you remember that? They were sitting in the corner. If you want the verse, it is Matthew 20, 29 to 34. What happened in this incident? Two blind men, they were sitting in one corner. Jesus is passing by, lot of crowd. What were they doing? They were shouting, Jesus, please help us. What did the crowd say? Do you know? Let's look at it. Matthew 20, 29 to 34. If any of you have it. Look at it. What happened there? What was the crowd saying? Don't shout. Be quiet. Sometimes you may be in a place, in a company, in a home, within a group of people, wherever you may be. The crowd may be saying, shh, keep quiet. This is not your place to talk. You are not eligible to talk. You don't belong. You don't belong to this. You don't belong to that organization. You don't. The crowd can sometimes tell you, keep quiet. You can't grow. You don't have the talent. You're not accepted here. Crowd can sometimes say that. What happened? What did Jesus do? Jesus came straight to those two people and healed them. Jesus doesn't care. Our God doesn't care. His reckless love doesn't care about crowd. Let the crowd shout at you. Let the crowd say, shut up. Let the crowd say whatever it is. If you are in that situation, my friend, this reckless love of God, it's not going to stop. It's going to come after you. It's going to catch you. It's going to bless you. I keep saying reckless love of God. What does that mean? God, what is the meaning of this reckless? Reckless means doesn't care about the consequences. Oh, if I put my finger into fire, it will burn. Without thinking the consequences doing it. Without caring about what will happen doing it. Is God careless? Does that mean reckless God? No. God is not reckless. His love is reckless. His love doesn't care about any consequences, this guy, that guy. No. His love doesn't care about crowd. Crowd cannot stop his reckless love. Okay, let's move on. Next, John 4, 5 to 9. If you have John 4, 5 to 9, you can see the Samaritan woman here. Samaritan woman, right in the middle of the day, she is here at the well to pick up some water. Why was she in the middle of the day picking up water? Usually they come in the morning or in the afternoon. Why is she coming in the middle of the day? Do you know? Because she was not having a great life. She didn't want to come publicly when everybody is around, right? Moreover, when Jesus came and talked to her, what was her reaction? Why are you talking to me? Let's understand what is happening here. In those days, Jews and Samaritans, they don't get along. They don't talk to each other. And especially in those days, people, even within Jews, they don't talk to their wives. They don't talk to other women. When they talk to their wives, it will be not like a very lengthy conversation. It's looked as if with women you should not talk. They are not at the social status at that point of time. If you look at it, during those days they used to call Samaritans as half-breeds. In some places they will call them as dogs. That's how the social status was. Look what he's doing. Jesus is going straight to a Samaritan woman and talking to her and asking her for water. If you rewind and go to time travel and go to that particular place, this is shocking for a lot of people. People don't talk to those if you are a Jew, you don't talk to a Samaritan person, right? One more example I'll give you. What was the parable that God told about a good guy who helped? A good Samaritan. That parable looks like God told good Samaritan. So No. Think of that particular situation. A Jew is teaching everyone and he is talking about a good Samaritan. They don't get along. People who are really hearing it will be like, what is he talking about? Class, high class, low class, creed, color. This reckless love doesn't care about any of those. This reckless love will directly go to a person. It could be a Samaritan. In those days, it could be a Samaritan. This world may be telling us, you are not this class. I am high class. You are low class. You don't belong. Your color is this. You are medium this. There could be multiple ways in this world could be telling us. It could be division, class, caste, group, creed, color. But this wonderful Jesus, this wonderful God, His reckless love doesn't care about any of those. It just directly comes to the person and it catches them. And today I want to tell you, you may be, in this world may be telling you, you don't belong to that group, this group, you are not this color, that color. Doesn't matter. This reckless love of God, it will love you abundantly. It doesn't care about any of them. Class or creed cannot stop His love. That's the second point I wanted to talk to you. Now let's move on. John 5, 1 to 18. Here you see Bethesda, which is like a water place, and it's like a pool. And do you know the story of what's happening here? Occasionally an angel will come and stir the waters, and there will be a lot of sick people around. Whoever goes first and gets into the water, they will be healed. So people will be like permanently sitting along the place, and they will be waiting for this miracle to happen. And in this incident, if you look at John 5, 1 to 18, what happens is there is a man sitting there, and he has been waiting for a very long time, and he is an invalid man. He's a disabled man. So what happened is he's not able to go near because nobody is carrying him. When this angel stirs, immediately everybody is jumping in, right? So there is no one to help him. Look at what Jesus did on that place. He's healed this guy who was sitting there and waiting for a miracle. But if you look at John 5, 1, 18, you will see when did this particular miracle happen? On which day? It was a Sabbath day. Sabbath day, we say Sabbath day. In those days, Sabbath day is like really kept at high standards, at least according to them. On that day, they don't do any work. Even when you look at this verse, you will see all the religious leaders becoming really angry about he is doing something on the Sabbath day. He's going against their culture. He's going against their custom. In this world, you may be hearing about people saying, oh, that's how it is done here. Oh, this is our custom. You don't belong to our custom. This is our culture. You don't belong to our culture. According to our culture, you should not do this. According to our custom, you should not do. You're not allowed here. You're not allowed here. You cannot come into this building. You cannot sit here. You cannot touch me. We are seeing this, right? This reckless love of God. It doesn't care about culture, custom, none of that. He says, Sabbath day or no Sabbath day, this love will catch you. Right? If you apply that for today, this love doesn't care about any customs, any cultural divisions. If that is the barrier which is stopping love, this love will break it and come through. Right? So that's the third one I wanted to tell you. Next, it has been very tight, and we've been talking about some serious stuff. Okay, one funny story. So one day, Sherlock Holmes, you know Sherlock Holmes? The detective, Sherlock Holmes and his assistant Watson. They both were lying and they were looking at the sky, beautiful sky. So Sherlock was asking him, hey Watson, when you look at the sky, what do you feel? What do you see? What do you think? Watson is saying, at this time of the night, I feel the moon will be this many kilometers and the stars are all this many kilometers. If you look at it from geography perspective, at this latitude, longitude, our earth is. If you look at it from science, we are rotating at this speed. If you look at it from weather perspective, it's going to rain after 2 days. He gave all this and finally said, Sherlock, I've told you many things. Why are you quiet? Sherlock said, come on, somebody took our tent and went away. We are sleeping in open sky. Right? They were sitting in a tent, they were sleeping, and somebody took the tent. Now they are looking at the sky and he's talking about. So sometimes this happens, right? So if you look at it, Jesus on the boat. So climate-wise, if you see Matthew 8, 23 to 27, if you remember what happened here, Jesus is on the boat. He is sleeping. And what is all this, when they were on the boat, what happened? Do you remember? It was rough weather. The climate was really bad. Storm conditions. But Jesus is sleeping. So what did all these people go and tell him? What did the disciples go and ask him? Come on, please get up. What's happening? So he got up and said, come on guys, how long will you be like this? And then he controlled the weather. So what I'm trying to say is, any climate, nature, it could be a calamity, it could be nature, or it could be climate. This love is not going to stop reaching you. Sometimes, especially in Texas, sudden February you may find everywhere ice. Couple of days back it was full sweat, right? It doesn't matter. You could be in a very really bad disaster place like full of tornadoes or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, this love will safely keep you. Don't worry about it. So nature is under his control and nature is not going to stop his reckless love. Okay. So once there was a guy called Jimmy. And Jimmy is kind of, he comes to the church only on Christmas and New Year. He is like a regular attendance guy. Only Christmas and New Year he attends the church. So his pastor was really worried. We have to talk to Jimmy and said, hey Jimmy, why don't you join the army of the Lord, right? As a career. You join army of the Lord, right? He said, yeah, I'm already on the army of the Lord. What's the problem? Then he said, then why are you only attending Christmas and New Year? You should be coming all days, right? He said, yeah, you don't know. I'm in secret service. Right? So sometimes we may be having a job like this, right? A secret service kind of a job or whatever be our job. But what I'm trying to say is, our career doesn't matter. You know who was in Jesus' disciples? Who were Jesus' disciples? Fishermen, tax collector. You could be very learned and doing a job that nobody likes. Or you could be you could be in a career or a job where everybody may be looking at, that's a simple job. Or in your office, you may be in some corner. Or you may be worried about your career and the career path. What will happen next? Doesn't matter. This Jesus, even in his own disciples, he accepted everyone. Career doesn't stop him. Oh, only if you're in a very learned job, God will love you. Oh, if you're in this job. No. This reckless love of God doesn't care about what your job is, what your career is, where you work, which badge you're wearing. Doesn't matter. His love will come and catch you and he will never stop loving you, even if your job is different. So don't care about it. Okay, I'll give you a few names here and you tell me what is common between them, right? First is Moses. Second is Jacob. Third is Mary Magdalene. And the fourth is David. I have few other names, but in interest of time I'm saying. What is common between these people? Any guesses? What did Moses do? Before that, he killed someone and ran away. Next, Jacob. He cheated, ran away. Next, Mary Magdalene. She was demon possessed. Next, David. He cheated. A murderer, a cheater, a demon possessed person, an adulterer. Whatever be your character, this reckless love is not going to stop you. It's not going to stop. This world may be seeing our past. Our past may be different. Some of us have different paths that we came across, right? Our character could have been compromised. We may have cheated someone. We may have done something wrong, knowingly, unknowingly. But this world will always put a rubber stamp on us, and it will always pigeonhole us, and it will say, I know this guy, cheater. I know this guy, miserly guy. I know this guy. He ran away from it. Oh, he never passes any exam. Oh, that guy. This world, everybody carries a rubber stamp and keeps putting a character on us. Sometimes, when we were a small child, we would have done something. After 40 years, one uncle will come and say, that guy, right? I know you did that, right? I myself forgot. Why are you remembering it? My God forgets it. I forget it. Why are you? That's how the world is. Let the world be like that. Doesn't matter. Let them say, whatever be the character. Let there be lot of rubber stamps on us. Doesn't matter. This reckless love of God, it catches you. It loves you. It rubs all of it away and makes you a new being. And that's what happened to all of us. That's how we met Jesus. Right? Okay, a husband and wife trip. So, it was a long time since the husband and wife took a trip. So what they decided is, and they were in Alaska. Always icy conditions. They were like, we should go to some place warm. Let's go to some place warm. So what they decided is, let's go to Florida for a vacation. So the husband said, first I'll go. And the wife had some job, like she had some meeting or something. She'll come the next day. That's how they planned the trip. Now the husband reached there. He really liked it. It was really awesome. And there was Wi-Fi and there was a computer. So what he did, he immediately started writing email to his wife. But while writing the email of his wife, he missed one letter. One letter in the name. It went to a different person. Email went to a different person. It went to a different lady. Instead of wife, email went to a different lady. This different lady just now finished funeral of the husband and coming home. Right? She just reached home. From the funeral, she is reached home. Now she is checking email. There is an email from somebody. And it says, Dear loving wife, I just reached here. They have laptop here and Wi-Fi. And I am allowed to write emails to everyone. So I am writing email to you. It is so nice and warm here. Right? I have made all the arrangements for you to come tomorrow. Right? So, hope to see you soon. Note, it is very warm and hot here. Okay? This lady immediately fainted and fell down. Okay? Luke 7, 11 to 15. If somebody has it, let's open it and read it. It's the widow's son. So there is a widow and the son is dead. Jesus is coming into that city and this dead son is being carried. So what immediately Jesus did? If you look at Luke 7, 11 to 15, he immediately asked this person to get up. He woke them up. One more example we know, there are many examples, the one that we know very often is Lazarus, right? So if you look at that particular verse, especially 11 to 15, you'll find this boy is in the coffin, right? So what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying we are all in coffin, but I'm saying our condition could be, our hearts could be in a very dead state. Sometimes our career could be in a dead state. Sometimes between husband and wife, relationship could be in dead state. Sometimes our relationship with God could be in a dead state. We may be in a state where we are living, but our life is, we are dead inside. There could be a situation like that. I have been like that once. And that's when God touched me, right? So if that is your case, this reckless love of God, it will come, it will catch you, it will raise you up, it will give you a new life. That happened to me. It will happen to you. Trust me, it will happen to you. If you have friends, tell them. Whenever we have this reckless love of God, it's our duty to share that with others as well, right? So if you look at Lazarus, same thing happened. God was able to revive him. It could be a deadly situation, or it could be a dead life inside us, or it could be any such situation. Our God is able to revive us. And this reckless love of God, no coffin can stop him. No tomb can stop him. He came out of the tomb. So, with that, I want to conclude. Let me read this one more time. I really like this song. This overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. It chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it. I don't deserve it. Still you gave yourself away. There is no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There is no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down. There is no crowd that can stop him. There is no caste that can stop him. There is no color, creed, culture, custom. Nothing can stop him. There is no character flaws that we may have, cannot stop him. No nature can stop him. Even coffin cannot stop him from showing his reckless love to us.